Hey everyone, it's Rena. This is gonna be my spring break, I guess, update vlog. I didn't really explain what I did during my spring break, really. So right now, I have one more day until the end of spring break, and I kind of wanted to do a vlog on what happened. So I spent a lot of time with Tigger. If you didn't see that vlog, there's a link right here. Go check that out. And there's a link also in the description if you're on mobile. I spent a lot of time with my mom, which was awesome. I love my mom, she's fantastic. And I'm very grateful that we have a good relationship because that was not always the case. Being a teenager was an interesting time. I did a lot of spinning, and I'm currently working on a project for a shawl that I'm eventually gonna hopefully work on maybe when I'm at school. Fingers crossed. I should have pulled it out, but it's over there and I'm lazy, so sorry, I'll show you next time. And you guys can keep asking me if I'm working on it because that is something I want to do, and that is something I'm going to finish. So help me God, I'm going to make this shawl. I did a lot of laundry because I did not keep up with that when I was at school, partially because I ran out of quarters, but also because I am lazy. Our dryer is currently not working here, so it took us like all week to get through the laundry. Right now there are 2 sets of camping chairs in the garage holding up my mom's sheets because everything right here, which is over there on the laundry rack, is currently in use. So it's pretty great. So that's most of what I did. I also wanted to talk about my mental health because that's something that I've been fairly open about on here, I think. I've talked about it at least, and I want to kind of use my videos as an outlet for that. And I think being more public about it is gonna help me feel less guilt about it, if that makes sense. Because when you have a mental illness, or 3 or 4, as the case may be, it's really hard to not feel guilty about how you're spending your time and how you're not spending your time. Because you're not being lazy, you are being ill. You are experiencing distress, and I know I've talked about this before, I think I have anyway. The idea that you're just being lazy by sitting there and doing nothing when you're actually trying to psych yourself up to do something, and then someone comes over and calls you lazy for it, that just makes you not want to do anything. And that makes me feel worse when that happens, because then you feel like, oh, maybe they're right, I'm just lazy and I'm not doing anything, like what's wrong with me? And it comes into this spiraling thing. That's how it works for me a lot of the time. For a lot of disorders, it's important to remember that it is episodic. And I know in the moment that does not help, that it waxes and wanes. And right now, it's waning for me, which is nice. And I think you can tell with my demeanor a little bit too, that it's different right now. I am more animated. I am generally a little more bouncy. I'm not sitting here talking kind of like this, and you know, I'm kind of, you know, my voice is more, I'm talking more quickly. I have a different demeanor when I'm not experiencing my depression as intensely as I was before, and that's just for my depression too. That's also for my anxiety, that's also for other things, but my depression is the one that comes through the most. I guess what I'm trying to get at is you're not being lazy by trying to take care of yourself. And being lazy is what other people perceive you to be, and that is not at all how it is. And while I know this logically, it is trying to internalize that while I'm experiencing an episode or experiencing distress that is the most difficult thing for me to do. The idea that a disorder is something that is not entirely in your control, that's something that can be a blessing and a curse, honestly, because you can't control how others perceive you. You cannot control how other people will act around you, and that is absolutely terrifying sometimes. And it can't be seen unless you do a brain scan, or unless you notice the differences in how I'm acting depending on how bad the flare-ups are. But I'm still sick. It's still something that I'm gonna have for probably the rest of my life. I mean, why am I even talking about this? Why am I sitting here at, what time is it? 12:30 a.m. on Saturday night in nothing but a Demi Lovato shirt and running shorts. Like, I'm in pajamas right now. Why am I even doing this vlog? Because it's not just about me. It is something that waxes and wanes. It is something that right now is waning, and I'm able to focus on my studies. I'm able to come back from spring break, which has helped a lot with this, and actually get to work on what I need to do to put things in place so that next time I have an episode, I have things in order. I'm gonna work ahead if I can so that if I do have an episode, I can just relax for a few days and take care of myself, because that is something I did not do for myself. Setting things in place for myself to fall back on, like a safety net, is very, very important for me, and I have not been doing that enough. Mental illness is not just about the person who's ill, it's about how everyone around them acts around when they're at their worst. I guess right now I am comforted by the fact that I know I am gonna be okay at least some of the time. And right now that's kind of the most I can hope for. But for now I'm okay. And okay is fine, you know? I'm actually doing okay. That's where my spring break has left me. Yeah, I got kind of personal on that, I guess. But if you have any questions about this, please feel free to ask me. I am very, very open about most of my mental health things. I think that it's important that I show you guys, you know, when I'm also doing okay. And comparatively, I am doing much better right now. So I wanted to let you all know that yes, I'm okay. If you like this video, feel free to leave a rating or a comment. That's always very much appreciated. And if you want to see more of my face or hear more about my life and stuff, feel free to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!